Good evening, and welcome to another edition of Import Export Platform Facebook Live from Trading Pest Trade Academy. My name is Dele Ayemibo, and we'll continue from where we stop on Nigerian state at billionaires in dollars. And this evening we are moving on to Katsina State. I'm still in the north. I will remain in the north for some few more days before going back to the south and I'm treating the K state in the north. Before going back to the south and treating the O state. I'm treating the O state. Remember, we are seeing Nigerian state at billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything it needs to survive. But Nigerian state has been impoverished. And I'm saying, courtesy the governors. Courtesy with governor. And this is very important because the governor is in the driver's seat. The governor is in the driver's seat, and the governor being in the driver's seat, means that the governor is supposed to help the state excel. And it's very important that we begin to ask the right question from our governors in terms of how they want to generate. In terms of how they want to generate income when they come in, because it's like some of them never had a plan. And I was talking to someone again this week who worked with the government, and he was just complaining about the fact that they've not been able to pay, even though he's a member of the cabinet he was in the S committee. They've not been able to pay because they've not been able to pay because the state governor is depending on allocation from Abuja, which is not enough. And the former governor that left the state in shambles. So it's like a number of Nigerian states are 5 steps forward, 10 steps backward. Like, we are seen to be moving, we are seeing motion, but there is no movement. And for some that seem to have movement, probably in the wrong direction, simply because of the way the handler of the economy are handling the economy. How do you expect a governor to come in and is depend largely on what the state governor, what the Abuja is sending to him? How do you expect that to happen? Sometimes you just be wondering what exactly is the issue with our state governors. Because the reason why they came into power has been defeated. They came into power to come and help the people, but alas, many of them are unable to help the people. No idea to be able to push the state forward. A state is like a business venture with a balance sheet. It has income, it has expenditures. And the job of a CEO, which happens to be the governor of the state, is to ensure that the state is profitable. That at the end of the year, the state can say, we can declare profit. This was what we earn, this was what we spend, this is what is left. But it's like the state are not run like a business. The state are run in a very, very horrible way. Why will a state governor be living and all himself an appointee cutting away what the state bought and saying their policy allowed the people that use the car to go away with the car? Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars, but the handlers of the economy of the state, who are largely the governors, have not been able to handle the state in a good way. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything to survive, but alas, Nigerian state has not been able to survive. This evening, I'm moving on from Kano to a nearby state, Katsina. As a core member in the north, I visited Katsina State. I visited Katsina State. No, I visited Kazauri. Kazauri is just close to Katsina, but not Katsina. So I did not visit Katsina State, sorry. But Katsina State is just close to Kano State. Katsina State is the state of the president. Katsina State has everything it needs to survive, just like all other states in the north. But unfortunately, it's not been able to survive. It's not been able to survive. It's not been able to survive. Why? Because of the handlers of that state. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything it needs to survive, but Nigerian state has not been able to survive. We are still going to be consuming sesame seed. Remember, any product we use in a state are just indicative. If you find it in 1 or 2 or 3 local government, will go ahead and use it. The state governor can use other ones, as in consider other options. Our major objective really is not really the state. It's not really the product. It's getting the state to begin to think in this manner. So if eventually they use any other product, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine, because what is important, what is most important to us is that eventually the state governor is able to replicate what we said is possible. And remember, these are not our ideas. These are ideas already domesticated in Nigeria by the federal government. What we are basically doing is bringing it to the fore and making governors see that, wait a minute, how is the federal government generating money? Is it not real? Is not looking at? Is it not looking at what do you call it now? Working with oil majors in a joint venture. Is that not what they are doing? So if they are doing it that way, why are we not? Why are we not? Why are we not? It's because the state governor knows that, sometimes we will not be pitying the state governor as if we brought them there to come and pity them. That the last person did this, did that. There's nothing for them to do. There's no. We hire you to fix the mess. We elected you and hire you to fix the mess. So please, don't tell us story. Just fix it. Please, don't tell us story. Just fix it. All we need you to do is to fix the mess. Fix the problem. If you fix the problem, that is fine. Don't complain to us, please. Don't tell us what you don't have. Tell us how you intend to ensure the state become viable. In fact, you have a unique opportunity as a governor to write your name in gold. So as I move to Katsina this evening, I'll be saying the same thing I've said before. Basically saying, what does Katsina have in terms of raw materials and minerals and raw materials? What does Katsina have? Number 1. Number 2, what are the market for some of the products, and what is the size of the market? If they want to sell and they say, okay, Dele, we've heard you. We are now ready to implement your recommendation. Who should we sell to? We're going to be talking about who you can sell to. We're going to talk about who you can sell to. First of all, can we check the debt profile of our dear state, Katsina State? First of all, can we check the debt profile of our dear state, Katsina State? Sorry. I will need to go and check from of our dear state, Katsina State. Wow. Sorry, I'm having an issue with my slide. Let me hope that I can fix it within a short time. What's delaying? Okay, why this? Okay, the slide is I've been able to. Why it's trying to come up? Let me just move on to the other discussion. Maybe first of all, we should just read out what this state can offer. Maybe first of all, we should just read out what the state can offer. And by that I mean okay, this is interesting. Seems as if the file I've not used in a very long time. All right, let me just go through that. Minerals: gold, manganese, lateric clay, feldspar, black tourmaline, amethyst, quartz, kaolin, mica, gypsum, granite, uranium, asbestos, diamond, graphite, iron, potash. On the agri side, sorghum, millet, maize, cocoyam, groundnut, pepper, sweet potato, rice, fruits, vegetable, wheat, sugarcane, shea nut, onion, cowpea, cotton, mango, livestock, Benny seed. Benny seed is another name for sesame seed. This state have how many local government? Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 34. What? Over 30 local government. Interesting. All right. Yes, so let's check the debt profile of this state. Remember, Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars, including Katsina State. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars, including Katsina State. Katsina State have everything it needs to survive, but alas, Katsina State has not been able to survive. Katsina State is generating, IGR of Katsina State is 6.9 billion naira. Total income, 68 billion. Katsina State is generating just about 10%. Katsina State cannot survive without Abuja. But I love Katsina State for the fact that they didn't incur so much debt, just about 50 billion naira in debt. But the income is about 70 billion per annum as of last year. 70 billion per annum as of last year. 70 billion per annum as of last year. So if you look at the total income and revenue of Katsina State cannot survive without Abuja. Governor Aminu Bello Masari, please do something to help your state. What I'm looking at for this state is not good at all. And do you know the funniest thing? The budget of the state is 201 billion times 3 of the income last year. I've said it severally. Any governor that is doing more than 150% as budget for a new year does not. I don't even know how to describe such governors, because it doesn't appear to me they know what they are doing. You know why? On what basis? Is it that your income has suddenly jumped up? What have you done differently that warrant this increase? If you have not done anything, so on what basis is the increase? On what basis? On what basis? On what basis is the increase? If you are increasing on the basis of still benchmarking, do you know the oil price is dropping, by the way? The oil price is dropping. That has an attendant negative effect on Nigeria. So everybody should be jittering. I'm saying the state should begin to develop a more sustainable revenue generating model. And in my opinion, a more sustainable one that I can see is export. And why am I talking about export? That is what has sustained Nigeria for a long time. That is what has sustained Nigeria for a long time. So, in my opinion, it's a tested and proven option that the government should embrace. Why? It has sustained you for a long time. It has sustained you for a long. That is what the federal government depends upon: export of crude, of oil, of gas. So why can't we do it for agri-commodity and be able to generate income for the state? So 10% revenue from Katsina is grossly unacceptable. I don't know how the people are coping, because these are the people that will not be able to pay. And you know, when NLC is demonstrating, I don't know what they're demonstrating. They should be profiling solution to what the governor should be doing. They should go and protest and make option available and tell the government what the government should do. Don't just protest. They are not making the money. How would they get the money? We're just protesting as if the money is there. Okay, fine. I know they squander a lot of the money, but we should be thinking about revenue generation. Revenue generation. Revenue generation. Revenue generation. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has every need to survive, but Nigerian state has refused to survive. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has every need to survive, but Nigerian state has not been able to survive. You know what? You know what? If Nigerian state is going to be able to survive, we must embrace a new idea of how to grow our export. If Nigerian state is going to be able to survive, we must embrace a new idea on how to generate revenue. So look at, for example, Katsina State. Look at Sesame Seed in Katsina State. You know, we do this every now and then. I'm going to do it for Sesame Seed again. Katsina State has about 928,000 hectares of land. If we use half of that land to cultivate sesame seed, which is about 464,000, and the yield per hectare is 1.5 metric tons, we can generate about 696,000 metric tons of sesame seed. If this is sold at $1,000 per metric ton, we can have $676 million. If we convert this to naira at 250, we can have at 250. Count to naira at 250, we can have 250 billion. Now, to cultivate these 464 million tons at 464 million hectares at 60,000 naira per hectare, with a profit of 30% for the farmers, we can generate we need 36.23 billion naira. At a 50,000 naira per metric ton cost of exportation, the cost of export will be about 34 billion plus 36 billion, that's about 71 billion. If you deduct that from the 250 billion naira revenue, we can have 179 billion profit. 179 plus 6.9 billion naira in IGR will be 186 billion. So this state can generate 187 billion naira in revenue. That is far higher than times 3 of what they earned last year, almost times 3, and probably close to the budget they have for the new year. So maybe the governor of Katsina State is looking at sesame seed export. Or which export is Aminu Bello Masari is looking at. I think strongly the governor have everything it takes to be able to do this in the state. And they can't do it. They should not just do it for sesame seed. You can consider doing it for, remember sesame seed, for sesame seed is 2.2 billion. Remember the market is China, Turkey, Japan, South Korea, India, Vietnam, Israel, Greece, Germany, United States, Mexico, Egypt, Tunisia, Algeria are all major buyers of sesame seed. But the state also can do the same for sugar cane. Sugar cane. The state have sugarcane, and sugarcane is $15.5 billion. $15.5 billion of sugarcane can be sold to Indonesia, Bangladesh, India, Malaysia, South Korea, China, Iraq, UAE, Japan, Iran, Saudi Arabia, Algeria, Egypt, Kenya, Morocco, United Kingdom, Russia, United States, Romania, Peru, Venezuela are all buyers of sugarcane. Another product that the state can consider is rice. Who are those that can buy the rice? China, Saudi Arabia, Iran, UAE. Africa is a big market for rice. $4.7 billion. From South Africa to Senegal to Benin to Ghana to Cote d'Ivoire to Cameroon to Kenya to Sierra Leone to Guinea to Libya. Then in Europe, United Kingdom, France, Belgium, Poland, Russia, United States, Mexico, Spain, Brazil are all rice importers. They are all rice importers than this state can consider. What about sorghum? Who are the major importer of sorghum? China is importing 63% of sorghum. Just the way it's importing about 60% of soya beans. Japan, Kenya, Eritrea, Sudan, South Africa, Ethiopia, Spain, Italy, Mexico are all importers of this product. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything it needs to survive, but Nigerian state, alas, has been unable to survive. Courtesy the handlers of the economy, who have not been able to do what they need to do to make the state survive. Nigerian states are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state have everything need to survive, but Nigerian state has not been able to survive. Can we consider granite? $2.89 billion. Who are the buyers of granite? Netherlands, United Kingdom, Germany, Italy, Spain, Russia, Indonesia, China, Vietnam, Mexico, Algeria, South Africa, Philippines, Thailand are all buyers of granite. What does the state need to do? The state need to basically ensure that the youth of the state are put into cooperative, farmers cooperative. They are given the right training to ensure what will make it to be rejected is eliminated completely, like aflatoxin issue. Provided with the right infrastructure, provided with the right funding. Don't give them money, give them seedling and other farm input. Let them do the farming, cultivation, weeding, and harvesting. You partner with a company in your state who you will work with to do the exportation of this product to generate income, and you have a revenue sharing formula with this agency who will basically handle logistics, bring in expertise. And by the way, we are willing to train your state, to train your people pro bono, by the way, for you to be able to know we are committed in supporting states to be able to do this. Because what should not happen in Nigeria, by the way, we are willing to, what should not happen in Nigeria is for a state to go bankrupt and the excuse being given is that the state is not viable. We are willing to contribute our own quota to national development to support every state in Nigeria with the requisite human capacity development for them to be able to cultivate this and export this item. But you also need to work with farmers or farm consultant or agri-business consultant who are experts to be able to ensure that the post-harvest handling is great. And I have people you can work with on this. I'm basically saying that Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything it needs to survive. But Nigerian state has been unable to survive courtesy the handlers of the economy. And I am saying Nigerian state can do everything in its power to make it work. Nigerian state can assemble team to work with them. Nigerian state can raise bond in the capital market to fund this project. Nigerian state can do this is what you should use debt for. A venture that help your people. A venture that help your people to excel. A venture that create job. I don't know, but I don't know of other model that will work like this. That will create job for your people. Not just create job for your people, create income for the government. Nigerian state government must stop what I call side hustle. Nigerian state government must stop what I call side hustle. Enough of side hustle. Enough of side hustle. What side hustle? When a state government is doing everything to support its people, only for them to do business and make money and pay taxes to government. Government should not stop that. Continue doing that. Don't stop that. Don't stop that. Continue doing that. But that is side hustle. Because it's side hustle, you need to make money yourself. You need to make money yourself. Nigerian government is not depending only on taxes. If Nigerian government was depending on taxes, you and I know Nigerian government, federal government will be bankrupt. Why? Our tax collection rate, I'm not sure, is up to 20%. It's not up to 20%. It's a systemic challenge. The day we went to Lagos Internal Revenue LRS office that we want to pay tax, they were shocked. Why? It's unusual. This was just about a year or two after we started. About 2 years after we started. It was unusual. Why was it unusual? How will you want to go and pay tax? It's like, are you out of your mind? You want to pay tax? So very few people will do that in Nigeria. So the people became suspicious. They became suspicious. How will a company just walk into tax office that they want to start paying tax? That means they must be making so much money. And not because anybody is asking us for it. They've not come to shut down the office. We just felt that is our responsibility, having spent 2 years as a business. What I'm basically saying is that Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything it needs to survive, while last Nigerian state is unable to survive. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Nigerian state has everything it needs to survive. But Nigerian state is unable to survive because the handlers of the economy have not been able to manage it very well and effectively. See you tomorrow as we continue this conversation again. Nigerian state are billionaires in dollars. Thank you very much and bye for now.